So sometimes, right? Like we be so eager, like yo, I gotta get this word out. Like, and it'd be crazy because I could see the collectivity in people who are spiritual and tapped in. Like, I be feeling like I'm a part of like a family or something. Like, I go to the certain drum, like, yo, everybody talking, everybody dropping these jewels this morning. It'd be funny to me, but it's, I don't always think it's a negative thing that happens when. And I'm not going to say that people don't, for the most part, speak weary eye or, downfall on people, but I keep finding new ways to put that shit on the divine. I keep seeing where it's the divine's fault and it's not, where a lot of people think it's somebody else who has the power to do these things. And this is why it was always spoken to say, don't give power to certain things like that, right? So I guess unbeknownst to a lot of people, the connections, they work so fast, right? And depending on if you think you're just connecting it to yourself, there's a lot of things we're supposed to do. You're not going to gain like 10, 20 years of knowledge and never have to put it to work. And you're not going to put it to work when you see fit neither. It's not like I'm going to get out here and I'm just going to say things. That's not really the work. That's cool. That's like okay. That's like, yeah, I got in front of the class and I said the answer. That's like that. But there's people out here in this world that are really, really hurting. Like it's some people that are bigger than life and they have large spirits and they need more than just the average sermon, right? So some of these people can be leaders of the world. They could have been downtrodden, but in the same breath, be the people that need, in the same breath, they're downtrodden, but they in the same breath, they're probably the people that help structure society or whatever. I'm just leaning towards people that could be greater than what we're able to see and know. And the reason why I can speak to that is because most people who have the biggest problems, you never hear about it. It's because how they're dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? Some people are bottled up with issues, you know what I mean? And subsequently become killers or murderers, or, whatever have you. We don't know all of the outcomes. We just know, for the most part, you have a certain group of people that'll throw the problems right in your face. I got problems. I got problems. I got problems. You're like, God damn, hey, you got problems. And then you got some people, that you never know they got problems, right? They always smiling. You never know if anything is wrong, right? And it's just weird, how you get people who always want to say something and then some people who never say anything, right? So me early, I was feeling that whole vibe because I did the spiritual gumbo this morning, and I was about to, and I was asking Divine, I was like, Divine, use me how you see fit to deliver your message. I ain't even know. I thought I was at 13 minutes. I'm at 3, so we good. All right, so, because I'm looking down as I'm recording this. So I'm speaking to Divine. I'm like, Divine, use me to speak how you see fit, right? So I had a thought, but it was real fast. It was like it came up just because I asked for it, right? But then somebody was calling me, and I'm like, I ain't talked to them in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And it's the way they was talking to me. It was like all random, and I'm like, what you want? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you talking like that? It sounds weird. Make me feel funny. So, went back and forth for a little bit, and then subsequently, the point came out, and he was just like, "Yo, I did a lot of wrong, man." And the way he was saying that, it just, because I was being more of the way I normally am with people, opposed to being the spiritual way, right? I was being how he knew me, because I don't really just give it to people like that. I don't want to have my energy vampirized, right? So I don't just be giving it out like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you come to me for it. So he ultimately says, you know, he had some things on his mind. He's going through a lot, and he just wanted somebody to talk to. But I'm like, you wasted all that time, and you could have just said that in the beginning. Like, you got me looking at you like you hold on some suspect shit right now. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? What, like, why are you talking to me like that, right? So, anyway, it was like, soon as I got that from him, the divine stood up at me, like all the way, and I couldn't even shut up. She was just coming out left and right, and it got so it was so powerful. Like, one of his comments was, no, I'll never judge you. And I was like, no, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about from what you said. It was just how powerful it was coming off. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know how you had those conversations with some people, you start be talking so much and they automatically think like it's blame involved. Like, it's not what I'm saying. But it was powerful. And then after the conversation, I said, that's what you had me waiting for. You had me waiting because you wanted me to deliver a message to him. You know what I'm saying? He had said something to me. He said, I always, you always was there for me. You was little, and I always looked up to you. And I'm like, damn. I always was there for them when they was little. You know what I'm saying? Like, my little god brother. You know what I'm saying? So be like my real brother. So I'm like, all right, bet you right. And then I end up dropping jewels on him, like just giving him powerful knowledge that he needed to hear for the moment as a man. You know what I'm saying? And it was liberating for me, but it also was the understanding of the divine wanting me to be still a little while and be available for what he wanted me to do. You know what I'm saying? And that takes me back to the beginning of this conversation. Being available for other things the divine may have or want you to speak towards or speak to. I don't think people always is trying to like just make you be quiet and I'm not saying that's not the thing. I'm just saying I don't want to make that the normal conversation that, they're trying to put spells on me, like that's giving power to that. I'm not saying that people don't do that. I'm just saying I'm not in the business of giving it all my attention. When I just realized that the divine was holding me back so I can give his message to someone else. So maybe the divine closes your throat sometimes because he don't want you to speak it there. He wants you to speak it somewhere else, but you might miss that because you got frustrated thinking of something else and didn't know or didn't see the hint of where the divine was trying to guide you to go speak his truth at. So that kind of hit me different. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to share that with y'all because maybe y'all going through that and don't know. And maybe you might be able to liberate yourself from thinking that something worse is happening when it's not. Divine. Naga.